All of us.
Yeah.
Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting to order on December 17th, 2025. May we have the Pledge of Allegiance, please? Mayor Porco?
To the flag.
Thank you, Mayor Porco. And before we get started, I'd just like to remind everybody, please speak into the mic so that when we have the minutes transcribed, it's easier for Annette. Mr. Abrams, may we have the roll call, please?
Yes, Madam President. Mr. Bacon. Here. Mr. Baoki. Present. Mr. DeCosta.
Present.
Mr. Fosbrink. Present. Mr. Lawrence. Present. Ms. Lewis.
Here.
President Martin.
Present.
Mayor Porco. Here.
Mayor Porco, it's time for the presentation of the Marty B. O'Malley Citizenship Award.
Okay,
Ready?
yes. Should we go stand in front of the dais perhaps?
Sure.
Doesn't matter if you try sometimes.
Would you please come to the podium and be sure to speak into the mic?
Again, thank you for letting me be here to share this evening. My name is Aaron Gray. I am the District Office Director for State Representative Abigail Salisbury, who as of at least 3 o'clock was still in Harrisburg debating on the floor. Things that they're trying to fit in before the end of the year, so I am happy to be here. Sent a citation to Mayor Frank Porco, who, though I have just met you for the first meeting, so you got the Mayor of the Year award, and I familiar with that citation. And the print on this is smaller than usual because you have done so much that we tried to fit in. And my eyes aren't as good as they used to be, so please bear with me. But whereas the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is always proud to recognize those individuals who, through their hard work and determination, have excelled and made great achievements. And whereas Mayor Frank Porco has served the borough of Forest Hills since 1998, as a member of council from 1998 to 2014, during which he was president from 2008 through 2012, and as mayor since 2015. And whereas Mayor Frank Porco's leadership has included initiatives such as Operation Valor Arts, leading the annual Memorial Day ceremony, presiding over the annual Arbor Day celebration, and supporting the local scouting troop. And whereas Mayor Frank Porco has guided the borough to national recognition through forward-thinking initiatives, including the development of a net zero municipal building, and police station, adoption of an all-hybrid police vehicle fleet, including an all-electric police vehicle, and early implementation of body-worn cameras by all police officers. And whereas Mayor Frank Porco's service to the community has extended beyond his mayoral duties, having made extraordinary contributions through service to many organizations, including the Forest Hills Rotary, the St. Maurice Church, the Woodland Hills Youth Soccer Association, and the East Catholic School Soccer Team. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Abigail Salisbury, State Representative of District 34, join with citizens of Forest Hills, and across the Commonwealth to recognize Mayor Frank Porco for his many years of service and direct that a copy of the citation sponsored by Representative Abigail Salisbury on December 8th, it was written on December 8th, be transmitted to Frank Porco, a champion of service to the community. Congratulations, and thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Aaron. Moving on then to the president's report. Thank you to the Late Bloomers Garden Club for their recent donation of $500 to provide holiday lights for our business district. I hope these lights offer a little holiday cheer for pedestrians and drivers as they move through our area. The Late Bloomers Garden Club has been in existence for over 26 years. They maintain 5 garden beds along Ardmore Boulevard and manage the Forest Hills Farmers Market. What many may not know is that all the plants that grace the garden beds are grown by late bloomer Linda Hyde in her own greenhouse. She spends over 400 volunteer hours maintaining the greenhouse, planting over 1,400 annual seeds and plugs for the Ardmore beds, as well as volunteering for the farmers market. The other members of the Late Bloomers Garden Club volunteer well over a combined effort of 750 hours, planting bulbs, doing spring and fall cleanup, weeding, watering, planning different layouts, as well as working the farmers market every Friday from May until the end of October. Added activities include planning scavenger hunts, autumn pumpkin festivals, as well as Harvest for the Hungry, the second Friday of each month during the farmers market, where food donations are collected and delivered to the Turtle Creek Food Bank. Thank you to the Late Bloomers for their community spirit and all that you do to beautify the borough of Forest Hills. At this time, I'd like to thank all our volunteer groups, single volunteers, the manager and office staff, the Forest Hills Community Alliance, our police department, EMS and fire departments, our solicitor, all council members and mayor for their dedication to serving the residents of Forest Hills. Finally, I want to wish you all happy holidays and an even happier new year. And there will be an executive session at the end of the meeting today. Thank you. That ends the president's report. Is there a mayor's report, Mayor Porco?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. So this Friday, December 19th, will be our annual holiday tour of lights. This year, we have 16 homes who have entered the contest, and lots of folks have been talking about it and are excited about the caravan through the town. Winners will be chosen by an online poll, and voting will be open from December 19th through December 31st, 2025. Winners will be announced January 5th, 2026 via email and or phone call. And the winning photos will be posted on the borough's website. First place winner wins a $200 Forest Hills business gift card. The second place winner wins a $150 Forest Hills business gift card. And the third place winner will win a $100 Forest Hills business gift card. Just a quick thank you in advance to the Forest Hills Volunteer Fire Department, the Forest Hills Police Department, and Santa Claus, who I am confident will help ensure that this event will always be the special event that it always is. Secondly, as this is my final business meeting as mayor of Forest Hills, I just wanted to take a moment to simply say thank you. Serving this borough, both as a member of council and then as mayor, has been one of the greatest honors of my life. Over the past decade as your mayor and over the last 26 years of public service, I've had the privilege of working alongside some dedicated council members, borough managers, staff, and volunteers who truly care about this community. Forest Hills works because of its people and the people who show up, who serve on committees, who volunteer, and who quietly do the hard work every day to keep this borough running. And I'm especially grateful to our borough staff, our public works, our public safety professionals, including police, fire, and EMS, who serve with professionalism, courage, and so much heart. And I wanted to thank our borough managers, both past and present, and the entire staff for their commitment and collaboration. Their leadership and their dedication to Forest Hills has helped move it forward and has made my job as mayor both easier and deeply rewarding. I want to thank my family for their patience and support throughout this journey, and to our residents for the trust that you have placed in me That trust is something that I have never taken lightly. Forest Hills is more than a borough. It's a community that looks out for one another, and I am proud to have played a very small role in its story. While I may be stepping away from this role, my love for Forest Hills will never fade. And more importantly, I'm leaving you in very capable hands because our incoming mayor, Patty DeMarco. So thank you for allowing me the privilege of being your mayor. It's truly been an honor. All of our residents, a very happy holiday and happy and safe holiday season. And with that, that concludes.
Thank you, Mayor Porco. There's nothing then for the Forest Hills Community Alliance?
We did not meet this month. We took December off, so there's no update. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Abrams, may we have the manager's report, please?
Thank you, Madam President. As part of my report, as usual, we do have the report from the Water Authority. They did have a couple of breaks earlier in the month, and then for anyone on, I believe, Avenue L and at least one or two sections in Edgewood Acres, the thaw gave us a couple of more breaks today. They also did announce that there will be a commercial rate increase of 5% and a residential rate increase in water of 3% for 2026. For my report, tonight is the culmination of months of work on the budget with everyone. I thank council for their input and their edits and hope to see that passed. And otherwise, the other infrastructure updates I anticipate will be covered by the engineer or within committee, because those continue to be active even though November and December are normally pretty quiet. We're still moving. That's my report.
Thank you, Mr. Abrams. Chief Williams, may we have your report, please?
Thank you, President Martin. For starters, I'd like to say, as you recall, December started and all of a sudden it snowed. So big problem for all of us, especially for the police department, because we don't want to have to deal with accidents because people haven't remembered how to drive in the snow. So again, I just wanted to make a few reminders about a few things. One of them is to keep a really long distance between you and other vehicles when there's snow on the road. When there is going to be ice that's going to freeze over, as we're in that situation now, where this beautiful day today caused some water to go to the road, and by morning tomorrow it'll be frozen. So we need to be careful about those things. Again, this time of year, we want you to be very careful when you shop, when you go out in your vehicles. Again, there are people out there that are not the best people, and they may want to take things from you that you don't really want to give them. And again, safe. So always keep your head on the swivel and pay attention to what's going on around you. If you see things that are suspicious, please call 911, whether it be in our borough here or in another borough where you may be. Again, have a happy holiday season, and I'd just like to say good luck to the mayor, because now he's going to have these few nights of spare time free to himself and not have to compete. Hopefully he'll find something to fill those hours with. That's all I have.
Thank you, Chief Williams. Mr. Corbel, do you have anything for the solicitor's report?
Just a couple things, Madam President. One, I wanted to make sure I mentioned to council that the rules around amending the agendas have reverted back to the way we thought that we handled this when the amendments to the Sunshine Act were made back in 2021. And so now we're able to amend the agenda by a majority vote. So it's not necessarily limited by the categories that we had previously been constrained by. So that's moving forward. And then from that, no other public report. And just want to congratulate the mayor, wish him best of luck. There are two elected officials in Allegheny County that have spanned the 20, I may be practicing longer this, but doing municipal work for 20 years. And Mayor Porco, you're one of the constants in my career. And the other individual, also a mayor, is also retiring this year. So shared that story at the other municipality in Aspinwall that their mayor is retiring. So it's kind of odd, but always enjoyed my time with you, Frank, and all the support that you gave to me and to my family over the years, and to my wife. So we want to wish you best of luck.
Thank you, Mr. Corbel. Moving on then to the other committees or board reports. Mr. Bacon, anything to report?
Not this month.
Thank you. Mr. Lawrence?
Nothing to report.
Mr. Bioki?
Nothing to report.
Thank you. Then we're moving on to the public comment part of the agenda. At this time, only residents and taxpayers of the Borough of Forest Hills will be permitted to address council on any issue, whether appearing on today's agenda or not. Speakers will be permitted to speak for a maximum of 5 minutes. Groups of people will be required to designate a spokesperson to represent them, who may speak for a maximum of 10 minutes. Speakers are asked to use the microphone at the speaker's stand. Clearly state your name and address and spell it, and state the address for the record. If you have any documents to share with council members, you may present them to the borough manager now. The council president will determine how those materials will be distributed and viewed for the meeting. Speakers are reminded that council only uses these comment periods as opportunities to gather information and not to respond directly to concerns raised. Information gathered will not be discussed at the meeting, but instead will be referred by the council president to the appropriate committee for review and discussion at the next committee meeting. If it is not a matter for deliberation by a committee, but requires more immediate attention, it will be referred to the borough manager, who will respond by phone and/or email within 5 business days following this meeting. From our sign-up sheet, Mr. Sivak, you're up first, please.
Thank you, Madam President. Bruce Sivak, SIVAK, 521 Decatur Avenue. Compared to my last and several months here, this is going to be much more positive. The construction project in the 500 block of Decatur is well underway. Those guys are doing a fantastic job, especially when they were out there in this sub-freezing weather. I got to give 2 thumbs up to one of their workers. Yesterday, I had a knock at the door about 5 o'clock and opened the door and he hands me a box. Seems our FedEx people, they weren't clever enough to walk up or down to deliver it to the house. They left it at the road closed sign. So I have to give him, yes. Yes, I mean, it's bad enough when they deliver it and they put it on my front sidewalk and not on the porch, but that was like totally bizarre. Amazon delivered yesterday on the porch. UPS, same thing. Now, we haven't gotten mail in a week, but that's another issue. That's one of our federal issues. But I do want to thank everybody on council that was involved in getting this project underway, especially Rich. He came in to fill a vacancy, and he said he was going to make this his legacy before he left. And I understand today's his last day on council, and I do appreciate taking the bull by the horns, getting this underway. One thing I will say, and the engineer may be aware, and Seth may also, workers said the majority of the road needs to go. They were breaking up some of the old stuff and not old stuff, but original stuff that they were going to replace, and more of the existing started crumbling also. And hopefully within the budget for next year, we put some money in to fix those problems also. Again, I'm happy. And also, as far as our public works department, with this recent snow, not only did they keep the streets clear, but on our hill, they not only salted it, but plowed it twice on both sides. Typically, the one side is plowed and that's it. This time, my side was also plowed and I didn't have to shovel. And it was greatly appreciated. So again, thank you all for taking care of this problem on Decatur. And hopefully by this time next year, we'll have the rest of it done. All right. Thank you, folks.
Thank you. Mr. Boyle, you're up next, please.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity tonight, and just wanted to comment that I think about 3 months ago, I had presented council with this petition that we had 52 households on Woodside Road sign it regarding their concern about speeding on Woodside Road, all the way up the hill, around the corner, and on up. And it's not getting any better. And I'm not really sure. Folks are disappointed that we haven't heard anything. And I don't know if there's a problem with the petition or if there are questions or so I don't know what we should do about this, but just would like some clarification as to next steps and how things might proceed because it is a problem. Told you that before, so I'd really appreciate any kind of follow-up and anything that we can do that would really be great. Thank you for that, and please let me know. I want to know who to contact and how we can proceed with this.
Mr. Bioki, would you contact Mr. Boyle?
Be happy to.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. And just regarding Public Works, I just wanted to say also that the work happening on the path between Woodside and Woodside we're really, really appreciative for that because a lot of folks use it, a lot of kids use it, and the progress is coming along really, really well. So really appreciate that. Also, just want to thank Frank and Rick for all your service and wish you all the best coming in. So thank you very much. Wish you a great holiday season.
Thank you. Mr. Pike, you're up next, please.
My name is Tom Pike. I live at 3806 Greensburg Pike right up the street. I am here to speak today on behalf of the Environmental Advisory Council. I'll be very brief. There was a resolution that's circulating that local governments throughout Pennsylvania are signing on to about communities. Aware of it. Third Act, which is heading it. So what community solar is property owner like the borough. We can put solar panels on our roofs, but for example, a tenant apartment building has no control over what goes on their roof, although they're the ones responsible for paying the electric bills. So there's no incentive for a landlord to put panels on a roof. That's a problem because then it gives people with means so the purpose of community solar is to fill that gap. It's something that you can buy into as a tenant or as a homeowner. Say your roof isn't suitable. I know there are some folks that don't face south or have trees covering them. And if you can buy into a community solar plan, you can get your power instead from and right now in Pennsylvania, we don't have a legal framework for establishing community solar infrastructure. Bill that is before the legislature right now is bipartisan, so it does have a chance. And the thing, council is just that you take a look at this resolution from. I think you folks all have our contact information, but mine is tom.r.pike@gmail.com. And while recognizing that this is a state level issue, we really are looking at it because at the moment it seems kind of stuck, and I don't think it should be stuck. As I said, it's bipartisan. It closes a major gap in access to solar, and this community has always been a leader on solar. So,
thank you so much. Is there anybody else? Okay. Well, then we'll move on to the business meeting. Thank you so much. Mr. Lawrence, Operations and Policy, please.
Thank you, Madam President. One, approval of minutes, November 5th and November 19th, a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comment? May we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
I move to approve the 2026 meeting calendar and authorize the manager to advertise the meetings as required.
Second.
Any comments or questions? Mr. Bacon?
I apologize, I did not notice this before now, but I went on record back in, I think, September, that I propose that we try and avoid meeting on National Night Out. As that's a good opportunity for us all to be out among the community and vice versa. And that is August 4th. So I would propose, if possible, to amend this and continue on, that we move the agenda meeting on August 4th, perhaps to August 5th. Or also figuring that we'll probably be needing to change this after the new year anyways. I think it's something we should try and prioritize.
It hasn't been seconded. Oh, did you second it?
Okay, so if there's if you're asking to amend.
Would it be better to just approve this calendar as is? And then if we're going to make revisions, let's make sure we're not missing another revision. Let's revisit and decide. Because if you're going to find something else, and if we've already advertised this and we advertise it again, we're spending a lot of money. So let's just approve this and bring it up in January under ops and policies.
Fair enough.
I think we're all.
Abrams says the reorg meeting, any of the January meetings been advertised?
Nothing's been advertised. They're going to go out next week. So we are going to have to advertise before the reorg meeting though. So it would be a double advertisement anyway.
I just wanted to make sure that everybody understood.
So then are we proceeding forward with this as is?
I believe so.
Okay, so are there any other comments? Okay, then could we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I move to authorize the manager to add board, committee, and commission resignations to the voting meeting agenda for council consideration without prior review by any council committee.
Second.
Any comments? May we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye.
Aye. I move to accept the resignation of Phoebe Marshall from the Arts and Culture Advisory Council.
Second.
Are there any comments? May we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye.
Aye. I move to approve resolution 1296, a resolution establishing an official policy for enforcement of non-criminal federal immigration laws. That document is in your agenda.
Second.
Are there any comments, please? Mr. Bioki?
Yes, the motion itself is a little bit vague, and I think it's important. I'd like to read this into the minutes so that the general public understands what we're actually doing here. And I'm going to read from the information that we have in our packet. The borough is concerned with immigration and customs enforcement or customs and border protection agents coming into the borough to conduct raids and wishes to prohibit voluntary police cooperation with the enforcement of non-criminal federal immigration laws. Further, the municipal police departments around the country are being asked by the Department of Homeland Security and CBP to sign voluntary agreements known as ICE Program 287G. This resolution sets a policy that the Forest Hills Police Department will not enable or assist in civil, non-criminal enforcement. Criminal matters will be handled as they normally would, with this resolution having no effect on said criminal enforcement.
Thank you.
Anyone else? May we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye.
Aye. I move to approve the intergovernmental agreement with the Turtle Creek Valley COG Council of Governments for code enforcement services for 2026.
Second. Any comments or concerns? May we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye.
Thank you. That concludes my report, Madam President.
Thank you. Moving on to finance then, Ms. Lewis.
$36.20.
Second.
Are there any comments? May we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Make a motion to approve the 2026 general fund budget appropriating funds to be required for the specific purpose of municipal government.
Second.
Are there any comments or concerns? Mr. Bacon?
I'd like to recognize that I think it's objectively correct to say that this is the first time in several years we have not had a structural deficit of some kind, at least in the short term, and recognize that's a significant accomplishment and worth noting the significant work, compromises, and discussions throughout council in reaching that budget.
Anyone else? Mr. Bioki?
Yes, this motion and the next one that's coming up, I just want to make a comment on that because this includes this budget. Last year, we increased our property tax by 0.75 mils to 8.75. At the time, it was argued that if we increased it by 1.5 mils to 9.5, we wouldn't need an increase in 2026. The majority of council felt that incremental increases, if needed, were more acceptable. Now we have an increase that will result in the rate of 9.75 mils, which is above the previous 2-year projection, that in my opinion has not been fully justified.
Anyone else? My comment is the 2026 budget process began in October, not allowing adequate time for comprehensive review. Numbers provided changed frequently, resulting in difficulty having confidence in what has been presented, and my vote will reflect this. I would like to have a roll call vote, please.
Madam President, just to clarify, we're still on number 8, correct?
That is correct. Yes, please.
Roll call vote on motion number 8 to approve the 2026 general fund budget appropriating funds to be required for the specific purposes of municipal government. Mr. Bacon, how do you vote?
Yes.
Aoki?
No.
Mr. DeCrosta?
Yes.
Mr. Fosbrink?
Yes.
Mr. Lawrence?
Yes.
Ms. Lewis?
Yes.
President Martin?
No.
5-2 in favor.
Thank you.
Motion to approve ordinance 1126, establishing the borough's property tax millage at 9.75 or $9.75 per $1,000 of assessed valuation of property for the 2026 tax year.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any comments? May we have a voice vote, please? Roll call. I'm so sorry. Pardon me. Mr. Abrams?
Thank you. Roll call vote for the motion to approve ordinance 1126, establishing the borough property tax at 9.75 mils. Mr. Bacon, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Baoki?
No.
Mr. DeCrosta?
Yes.
Mr. Fosbrink?
Yes.
Mr. Lawrence?
Yes.
Ms. Lewis?
Yes.
President Martin?
No.
Vote is 5-2 in favor.
Thank you.
Make a motion to approve resolution 97, setting the borough fee schedule for 2026 as presented.
Second.
You did. Thank you. Any comments or concerns? May we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Moving on to Borough Property, Mr. Bacon.
Thank you, Madam President. I move to approve the removal of the push-up bar equipment at the entrance to Forest Hills Park and retaining of said equipment for future reinstallation.
Second.
Any comments? May we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I move to approve FMS Construction Company as the low bidder for contract 25-PK2 pool building renovations, including authorization of the base bid and alternates 1, 2, and 4 for a total contract cost not to exceed $588,315.
Second.
Any comments? I guess you had your hand up first,
Yes.
Mr. Fiocchi.
No, I just want to, it's just a language thing here, but it's the lowest responsible bidder, not just the lowest bidder. So,
Thank you. Mr. Bacon.
Thank you. I just wanted to mention for residents who might not have been through the earlier steps of this process, this is a very, very significant renovation to our pool building, particularly the locker rooms, changing rooms, restrooms, a new family, changing room and restroom area, and office space that I think will be a significant benefit and improvement to all pool users. And that we are all very happy that we received a bid within the grant money limit. And that is why the third alternate was excluded from this. So this is entirely covered by grants, including the engineering fees. And I think it will be very well received at the pool in 2026.
Anyone else? Thank you, Mr. Bacon. I'm glad you included the part about the grant covering all this. Okay, so all in favor? May we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And that concludes borough property. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bacon. Moving on to planning and zoning. Anything to report, Mr. DeCrosta?
Nothing to report this evening, Madam President.
Thank you. Mr. Fosbrink, anything for Public Works?
We have no motions other than I will echo everyone else's sentiments with our Public Works crew and the snowstorm that we had this past week, and recognizing that we are sometimes working with not all of our optimal equipment working the way we want to, but our guys always do a phenomenal job of taking care of our streets. So kudos to Mike and the team. Mr. Bett, do you have anything to give us from the engineer's report?
Nothing additional tonight.
I would just like to say thank you all for welcoming me here this year.
Thank you, Mr. Fosbrink. We sure will miss you. Moving on to public safety, Mr. Biocchi.
Thank you, President Martin. I move to approve the intergovernment cooperation agreement to provide police services with Chalfont Borough for the years 26 through 28.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments?
I'd just like to point out that this agreement did include an adjustment to the fees that are being charged. That's the only thing that changed.
Thank you. Anyone else? May we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye.
Aye. I move to approve resolution 1298, establishing the monthly pension contribution by police officers in accordance with the police pension plan ordinance of the Borough of Forest Hills.
Second, is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any comments or concerns? May we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye.
Aye. I move to authorize Chief Williams to conduct a civil service exam with the approval of the Civil Service Commission at a cost not to exceed $3,000.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments?
I have no comments, but perhaps Chief Williams would like to make a comment.
Thank you, Mr. Biocchi. This is the replacement of an officer who recently resigned, so we're just replacing someone who is left. This is not an addition in any way. That's all I have.
Thank you. Any other comments? Ms.
I
Lewis.
actually have a question. Chief, are you the one that organizes this? And
The Civil Service Commission and I meet to determine that we are going to have a test. That is followed up by us hiring a test provider who will manage that part of it, and that person does all the testing. And then we are given scores of that testing. And at that point in time, we'll have an oral exam as well, along with the physical agility and the written test that we will have the officers meet with 3 chiefs, and we'll have an oral exam, and then that will be totaled. And again, when we get to that listing, we'll go back to civil service to get it approved by them to say, yes, we're good. And then we'll come back to council and ask for a hire after we would make a selection.
Any other comments or questions? May we have a voice vote, please? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Is there any old business anyone wants to bring up? Any new business?
Yes.
Mr. Lawrence?
Thank you, Madam President. I'd just like to say thank you to Mr. Fosberg. He's been here how many months? 9 months? All righty then. That's symbolic there. Oh, yeah. Now we know why you're leaving council. Okay. No, I just want to acknowledge that Mr. Fosberg is leaving, and I think we're all going to be sorry that you're not with us for the next several years. And I will have to say, though, I think I'm kind of glad you're leaving because you did so much work in 9 months. You just make me look like a slouch. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr.
So no other new business? It's a hard follow-up after that act, so, but, okay, so then I move to adjourn the meeting by acclamation. Are there any objections? Thank you. Meeting is adjourned.
I need to use the washroom.